Let's make one of my favorite weeknight meals. It's fast, easy, healthy, satisfying, it doesn't require any cooking at all, and I actually prefer over salmon sashimi I get from a Japanese restaurant. Here I use front Atlantic salmon from the supermarket. I don't use wild salmon for this in case it contains parasites. And I slice the salmon against the grain for pieces that are about half a centimeter thick. You don't want the pieces too thick in case the curing brine doesn't penetrate each of the pieces thoroughly. This is my take on Chef John's quick cured salmon recipe, where I use less salt, less sugar, and less water, and overall just a little bit faster and what works for me. Here I'm using 1 heaping teaspoon of sugar, followed by 1 heaping teaspoon of table salt, followed by 1 cup of hot water to thoroughly dissolve the sugar and salt, before I toss in about 1 or 2 cups of ice to cool down everything rapidly and to not accidentally cook my salmon. Dump in your slices of salmon and loosen them up with your fingers so then they don't all clump up, so that the curing brine can penetrate through each and every one of those pieces nicely. And now for the most difficult part of this recipe, waiting for 5 minutes. In the meantime, wash, peel, and slice up a cucumber to add a little bit of extra texture and crunch, and to fool yourself into thinking that you're eating something healthy. Don't worry, we're not adding all of this cucumber in there. I've just gotten into the habit of cutting up extra, so we'll have some readily available whenever we want a cold, crisp, refreshing, and healthy snack. This part is completely optional, but if you're feeling fancy like me today, and you don't have issues eating raw egg yolk, carefully separate the yolk from the egg whites, and put it back right in the fridge until you're ready to use it. If you're ever going to try this, make sure you buy some fresh and high quality eggs. Otherwise, you can try poaching an egg or just skip it altogether. Once that's all done, take a colander and strain out all the brine from your salmon and give it a nice thorough rinse with cold water just to remove all the extra brine. Then take another plate or bowl and line it with some paper towel and throw all of that salmon onto that plate to drain. Helps to get rid of the extra water so you don't end up with a sloppy mess. There will be a few pieces of ice here and there, just pick those out and toss them back in the sink. Alright, time for assembly. Here I use some leftover sushi rice that I microwave for about a minute. It always helps to have a pre-made starch lying around in the fridge, especially for those days when you don't want to do anything after work. And to that I added 2 teaspoons of rice vinegar, followed by half a teaspoon of sugar. This is completely optional, but it makes me feel like I'm eating sushi. Give it a good mix. Add in your slices of cool, crisp cucumber that you've kept in the fridge. Here I'm fanning out the cucumber for presentation. Then just layer your delicious cold cured salmon over your warm rice, just like that. Can make a little well in the middle where you will land your egg yolk. Top it off with some roasted sesame seeds for a little bit of extra toasted nuttiness. Because come on, we all could use a little bit of nuttiness in our lives. And we are done. But wait, I forgot the one element that brings this whole dish together. And if you're like me and don't have heart failure or kidney disease, drizzle the soy sauce all over your fish and enjoy this creamy, delicious, somewhat healthy bowl of happiness. If you enjoyed this video, please help me turn that thumb into a beautiful blue and hit subscribe for more videos like this or any other food ideas. And as always, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.